illustrating how personal narratives create a stronger bond between artists and audiences. This connection deepens emotional responses. They then discuss the production quality of music videos, noting that a vintage aesthetic can evoke unique emotions, enhancing the artistic message conveyed to viewers. Next, they explore how psychedelics can spark creativity, sharing personal experiences that show how altered states influence artistic expression and perception of reality. However, the dialogue shifts to caution about the risks of psychedelic experiences, emphasizing that some individuals may not return from those journeys. This raises concerns about mental health and substance effects. The speaker reflects on disorienting sensations during these experiences, detailing a loss of language and a return to a childlike state, showcasing psychedelics' profound impacts on perception. Alongside this, they mention the fleeting nature of time during intense experiences, with the speaker believing they were trapped for years, highlighting how altered states can warp temporal perception. Participants reminisce about the thrill of shopping for discounted items, emphasizing the joy of finding expensive clothes at clearance prices. These memories reflect the joy of frugality in their upbringing. They then discuss their parents' hard work and the lessons imparted about humility and self-reliance. This underscores how cultural values shape childhood experiences. The conversation also touches on childhood hustles like collecting cans for cash, illustrating the resourcefulness developed early on. This insight reveals how financial struggles can foster creativity. Growing up in a diverse community, they formed unique friendships, especially within skate culture. This environment nurtured strong bonds among peers. The discussion highlights varied substances consumed during high school, revealing how peer influence shaped their choices. Each participant had their own drug of choice from that time. They examine the risks associated with drug use and its impacts on their lives, indicating that while some friends succeeded, others faced significant struggles. This contrast raises questions about mental resilience. Family influences are discussed as well, showcasing how these factors shape an artist's perspective on substance use and expectations. These experiences often emerge as central themes in their creative work. The artist's journey from various jobs to music success exemplifies resilience and determination. This evolution highlights the power of pursuing one's passion amid challenges. The recording process emphasized in their dialogue highlights the authenticity of capturing live performances, enhancing both sound quality and the emotional depth of the music. Additionally, the use of AI in animation is discussed, focusing on training technology to replicate artistic styles, enhancing creativity through this collaborative process. They share personal experiences of tripping, noting how vivid colors can stimulate creative thoughts. Such experiences often inspire artistic visions in animation and other creative fields. The conversation then transitions to the cultural significance of psychedelics, revealing how they can lead to artistic breakthroughs. Personal stories connect art and altered states of consciousness. An engagement with YouTube content has replaced traditional movie watching habits for many, reflecting broader changes in how younger generations consume media. They express nostalgia for childhood entertainment like Smosh and How to Basic, demonstrating how early exposure to online personalities shapes modern humor. Memes and internet culture have significantly influenced social interactions, with a shared experience of creating and sharing memes serving as a bonding activity for many. The speaker reflects on past smoking habits, mentioning their struggle with addiction as they used to smoke multiple packs daily before attempting to quit for extended periods. They describe a shift in their current smoking habits, now limiting themselves to 1 or 2 cigarettes during social situations on weekends, illustrating a move towards moderation. The conversation then turns to generational habits, recounting anecdotes about grandparents' smoking preferences and the impact of tobacco on health over time, highlighting long-lasting effects. Participants mention the time-consuming nature of collecting watches, indicating a deeper emotional connection and enthusiasm for their collections, reflecting personal investment in hobbies. The discussion also touches on market dynamics in luxury watches, where certain models appreciate in value, serving as both status symbols and financial investments. They discuss famous watch collectors like John Mayer, demonstrating how celebrity endorsements can elevate a watch's desirability and influence market trends. Temporary tattoos are discussed as a means to test designs before committing to permanent ink, providing a way for individuals to explore their tattoo preferences without long-term consequences. The emotional connection to tattoos is emphasized as participants reference characters deeply resonant with fans, showcasing how these tattoos serve as personal expressions of affection for specific media. The discussion also highlights the societal trend of getting tattoos after turning 18, underscoring how tattoos are viewed as a rite of passage among younger generations. The speaker shares a poignant story about a best friend who fell into addiction, illustrating the sadness of lost connections and highlighting how life choices impact relationships. Gratefulness is expressed for friends who have overcome challenges, emphasizing the importance of support and recognizing progress. Celebrating small victories uplifts those around them. The speaker addresses the overwhelming pressures of life in a city like LA, where financial struggles can feel daunting. This experience resonates with many young adults today. The discussion also connects to photography, noting how family influences interests and creativity. This illustrates the impact of upbringing on personal passions. They explore their fascination with model airplanes and the excitement of community sharing hobbies, demonstrating joy in connecting over shared interests. Unique art installations like Meow Wolf are mentioned, showcasing the fusion of art and immersive experiences, emphasizing creativity's importance in everyday life. Discussing nostalgia for 90s SUVs reveals how personal experiences shape preferences in cars and lifestyle choices. These vehicles evoke cherished memories connected to life stories. Collecting items like motorcycles based on birth year showcases personal milestones that influence hobbies and passions, emphasizing the significance of personal history. The conversation dives into cultural influences and regional food preferences, highlighting how identity shapes tastes and experiences, reflecting California's cultural blend. The speaker notes diverse physical traits in their family, contrasting tall uncles with their own stature, reflecting on heritage and unique family characteristics. A humorous exploration discusses why certain ethnic groups, such as Mexicans and Filipinos, seem better suited for farming, blending culture with practicality. The dialogue shifts to culinary fusion, particularly between Filipino and Mexican cuisines, emphasizing cultural overlaps and shared histories in a restaurant context. Participants express their love for chalupa shells, discussing typical fillings, showcasing their culinary preferences and the significance of food in their conversations. One participant reveals a recent dietary shift from veganism, discussing their return to cheese and eggs. This change sparks a dialogue about dietary habits and nostalgia. The conversation then transitions to music, especially the Beatles and related films, reflecting on how music intertwines with their experiences and memories. The speaker emphasizes their emotional connection to a particular album, indicating a deep personal investment in its creation and content, illustrating their growth as an artist. They discuss musical influences, particularly the band Ween, and their connections to acts like Primus, showcasing the interconnectedness of music genres. Finally, the conversation touches on upcoming shows, highlighting the speaker's ongoing engagement with fans through live performances and the excitement surrounding their touring schedule.